Hello, everyone. So I heard some very interesting news this morning. They were talking on the radio on the way into work about how Doritos sales and cereal sales have drastically fallen because people are just being priced out of specifically those two items. And I found that really fascinating because cereal, oh, wow. Like, I only purchase the boxes that are on sale. And if you have watched my grocery hauls for any length of time, you know that the boxes are not cheap. Very, very rarely are they a decent price. The sale price is probably what used to be the normal price. And now, right? Like, you could easily purchase cereal for over $10 a box if you do not buy them on sale. And I guess Doritos, which I haven't purchased a normal bag, I feel like for a while. I normally get them from Costco. So they're saying like a normal small bag can be almost like $5. So I'm like, ooh. Anyway, so it'll be interesting to see what comes from that information and see if companies reduce prices or what they do to try to encourage consumers to start consuming again. Another thing that I heard, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, which was very fascinating, kind of on the same topic, was that Dollarama's sales are starting to decrease, which was very fascinating because after the pandemic and, with all the like inflation and whatnot, their sales soared because people were looking to save money because everything became so costly and some people still weren't working like normal hours. So for the last few years, Dollarama's sales have been really good, but now they're decreasing and they're saying that this is a very much a red flag because what they're saying is showing that people just aren't spending money. It's not that they're looking for the best deals anymore. They are not spending their money. Maybe it's because they don't have money. Maybe they're just trying to get themselves out of debt. I don't know. But it is very much a red flag and shows where we are with our economy. Like even right now, right, with gas prices, some people are having to pick and choose what they do because gas is so costly. And they actually said today on the radio as well that Amazon prices, at least in Canada, I don't know about the US, but Amazon is going to start charging like fuel charges, like a surcharge to, I can't remember all the words they used. Something like Canadian distributors, they're going to tax on a 3-point-something% for gas. So for Canadian consumers that you will start to see that increase with your Amazon order. So that was interesting. Now with the Dollarama, I will say this. I would argue that yes, people just aren't spending their money because, right? That's very realistic. But I also think maybe a part of it could be that Dollarama isn't cheap like it used to be. I remember in the day when, let's say Easter, because we just had Easter, a cream egg at a normal grocer would be $1 and Dollarama would have it for 75 cents, right? It would be a cheaper price. This Easter, they were identical. $1.50 at the grocer, $1.50 at the dollar store. So I would argue that maybe Dollarama's sales are going down as well because the savings just aren't there like they used to be. And not to say on all products because I don't know that to be true. I do know that there are some things like my oven liner at the dollar store is $1.25 or $1.75 and at the grocer it's like $5. So there definitely are things that are still cheaper at the dollar store, but their prices have increased as well. So that may be a reflection because why would people say for Easter candy go to Walmart and Dollarama? They won't. If they're the same price at Dollarama, they're just going to go to Walmart. There's more selection. Anyways, that's my theory. Very unsupported theory, but that's my theory. All right, everyone, let's get to it. I will stop chatting your ear off. Here's what I purchased for groceries this week. Just 2 items from the market this week. Pink Lady apples for $1.99 a pound and bananas 99 cents a pound. Altogether, this came to $11. Fridge and freezer products from Costco. Quite a bit today. Let's start off with the sale items. The Iogo Nano drinks were on sale for, I believe it was $11.50 for this 24 pack. $11 for the chicken cilantro wontons. Yummy, yummy. The cannolis are on sale this week. The 2-pack for $10. What a great price. Makes a delicious meal. And then the aged cheddar down to $15 and $12 for the string cheese. Now the Grand Pillsbury, I was gonna say crescent rolls, cinnamon rolls were not on sale, but they're definitely reduced price to move out. This was $4.85 for 3. That's a standard price for 1 at a grocery store. So lucky me. Chicken breast burgers. Burgers were requested for dinners. This box was $20 for 16. Now I like this cooked version of chicken burgers that Costco sells, but it's up to $16 now for 8 burgers. Ouch. So I went with the frozen ones and it said it's not cutlet. So hopefully it isn't. Lemon chicken, we haven't had this in ages, $18. $5.79 for the salted butter, both the mozzarella and the old cheddar, $16. I was going to purchase some cheese slices, so we're completely out, but they're up to $17 now, and I knew that with all of this product, it was going to be a big bill. So this week I will just have to cut the slices by hand, which, and it's not the biggest deal, but I have a wild rest of April. So that little bit of time is kind of annoying. But anyways, I wanted to save a little bit of money. So it will slice it by hand this week. Beef, they did not have the price per kilogram out at all, but I just purchased the smallest one I could find, $32. The Sunshine Medley, what a great name. Who doesn't want to start their day with that? $17. $10 for the 30 extra large eggs, and then $5.81 per 2% 4-liter jug of milk. Fridge and freezer products from Real Canadian Superstore, just a handful of items. $2.97 for the frozen peaches and cream corn from Green Giant. The no-name one was also on sale, but it was on sale for $4. So this was an easy choice. Plain Greek yogurt, I forgot to purchase some from Costco today. $7 for it. And then, oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna butcher how to say this, bocconcini, something like that, $6. And then some deli ham, the Maple Leaf Natural Selections. This is the shaved, I love the shaved Black Forest ham, and it was on sale for members for $13. This is day 2 for me. I just could not continue yesterday. It was just too late for me. So here we go again. Let's start off with some produce from Costco. Celery, $6.50 for the big bag. $9 now for the romaine lettuce. I love the Andy Boy, so good. $6 for the large pineapple. $13 for black sable grapes. I purchased my peppers from Costco because I went there first this week, and they looked really nice, just under $9. And then the watermelon, it was $8. Now, I'm gonna say this because these are quite small, right? Well, Real Canadian Superstore, their watermelons are $1 cheaper. They're $7, but I wouldn't say they're half this size, but just a little bit over half. They're quite a bit smaller. So Costco is the better place to pick up the watermelon. All right, Real Canadian Superstore, lemons and limes were 79 cents each. Picked up 2 lemons, 1 lime. Mushrooms, I don't even know. I didn't even look to see how much they were. It's pay per weight. I just purchased 3 small ones for pizza supper tonight. Let's go with our pepperoni. Onions were on sale. This bag was $2.47. Broccoli was down to $1.99 per pound, which is really nice. I purchased 3 crowns. Carrots were $4 for the 2-pound bag. Granny Smith apples, I purchased 2. They were $3 a pound. This bag of grapefruit was $6. $3.50 for the baby carrots. I wish I purchased them from the market this past week, but I forgot. Strawberries, $7 for the 2-pound carton. $4, these are on sale, $4 for the Raspberries, I hope they last well. Some of the raspberries that I purchased lately have gone bad like super fast. Mangoes were $1.79 a piece. I purchased 2, and then grape tomatoes, $6 per carton. All remaining items from Real Canadian Superstore, some mustard, $1.27 for the 400 ml container. Black beans, $1.79. Crushed pineapple, $2.50. 39 cents per package of chicken vegetable ramen, and $1.85 for chicken broth. The cherry float Coke was a big hit. The men loved it. So I purchased another container of it, or package of it, for $8. And I also purchased for, what was it? $4.50 per 8 juices packages. I purchased 2, 1 mango apple and 1 apple grape, because we are going to have a really hot day ahead of us. And on that particular day, we have ultimate frisbee. So lots of running. The kids are going to get really hot and thirsty. So I thought I'd bring some cold juice for them. Okay, $1.50 per package of instant noodles. I'm going to do stir fry this week, but then also wonton soup. Yummy, yummy. For the cereals, Honey Nut Cheerios and Corn Flakes, they were $5.47 per box. The President's Choice brand, the Real Canadian Superstore, oh my goodness, my words. Their President's Choice brand of chips, they are having this tour of Canada limited edition flavors, and this Halifax Dawn Air flavor, I love Dawn Airs, they're so good. It caught my eye and I'm like, I think I'm gonna give it a try. They are $2.25 per package. Then for some bread items, bagels, $2.50 for a package of plain, $3 for the sourdough. So good. I love sourdough bread. Now I'm really grateful that I purchased this from Real Canadian Superstore, because my bread that I purchased from Costco, the 3-pack, we're already down 1. It's gone. It's only Friday for us. And I'm like, I don't want to go shopping for bread again this week. So thankfully that will help this situation out. Now, this is the Dempster's protein bread, and that's what I saw. I did not realize that it was white bread, because the other times I purchased it, it's been grainy, but lo and behold, they sell it white. So that's good to pay attention to the next time I purchase it. It's really good, but anyways, I just wanted the grainy one. 3-pack was $9. And I also purchased the classic hamburger buns to go with our chicken burgers. This was $5.50. So all together with the breads, we will be okay for toast and sandwiches this week. We shouldn't run out. All right, cereals. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it was on sale this week for $6, and the Giant Frosted Flake package was on sale for $8. I do have some corn flakes left over from my hash brown casserole, so I'm gonna mix the Frosted Flakes and the corn flakes together, but then also the Cinnamon Toast Crunch with some plain corn flakes as well, from the leftover box. The Kashi organic fruit bars, these are so good, but so expensive, right? They're on sale this week for $14. Then new to us for, I think it was like $13.50, the Made Good Crunchy granola squares. So that's really sounds delicious, and it's nice to have something just a little different. So yeah, hopefully they're really good. I haven't seen them before. Croutons, $6.50. These, oops, they're upside down. Basically, I just call them healthier Takis. They're on sale again for $6.50. These are so good. For $13, the Real Natural Peanut Butter, the 2-pack. And then look what was also new this week at my Costco, the peanuts. So I have been looking for peanuts to purchase to put with our trail mix. So thankfully, these are good quality peanuts. So plain and barbecue. Then last food item is salsa, a 2-pack for $10. Last but not least, the non-food items, the toilet paper, $24, and the Kirkland dishwasher tablets for 115 of them. It cost $15.60. Prices. Costco was huge this week. $416. Real Canadian Superstore, much better, $131, but grand total $547, which always kind of makes you a little nauseous when it's just like 1 week. Like, I know I'm gonna have more food, like next week will definitely be cheaper. I know that in my mind, especially because a lot of the meal items that I purchased this week, there'll be at least 2 meals involved with those, so that's nice. And we needed a lot of produce because we're completely out of majority of things. Anyways, all of that to say is I know in my mind that next week will be a lot better, but oh my goodness, $547. Ouch. For those of you who live in Western British Columbia, heads up, Save On Foods is doing their $1.49 day on Tuesday. Sunday, they will reveal the options. So just keep an eye out for that and see if there's any deals that look good to you. And for all other viewers, just a little heads up about Monday, I have a baking video coming out. It's teaching how to make meringues. So that interests you, come check that out Monday. And for everyone else, please come back next week to see what I pick up for my family of 6 with groceries. Bye everyone, have a safe weekend.